Are you thinking about selling your house on your own to save money? Let's talk about that. And here is what the internet is telling you about for sale by owners. According to the data tied to the National Association of Realtors, or NAR, for sale by owner homes make up of only about 5 to 7% of all home sales nationwide, meaning that 90% of sellers choose to work with a realtor. And there is a reason for that. Let's talk about the money side first, because that's usually the motivation for people going for sale by owner, or FSBO. The typical FSBO home sells for about $360,000 compared to $425,000 with an agent. That is roughly an 18% difference. So yes, you might save commission, but you could be leaving a lot of money on the table still. So let's talk about the success rate of FSBOs. Only about 11% of for sale by owners will actually make it all the way through the closing process without an agent coming in to help them. And a large portion of those sales are to friends, family, or people that they already know. So if you don't already have a buyer lined up, you are playing a totally different game. And here's where it gets a little bit more serious. About 43% of FSBO sellers admit to making legal mistakes during the process. Approximately 71% of real estate litigation cases arise from transactions where at least one party was unrepresented, commonly in a for sale by owner scenario. These lawsuits often stem from failure to disclose property defect, contract errors, or missed inspection deadlines due to the lack of professional guidance. Because this isn't just putting a sign in the yard. These are contracts, disclosures, timelines, negotiation, liability, and you are legally responsible for all of it. Even if you sell it yourself, about 75% of FSBOs still end up paying the buyer's agent commission anyways. So now you're doing all of the work, taking on all of the risk, and still paying some of the commission. So if selling your home was just as easy as putting it on Facebook and waiting for someone to show up with a check, everybody would do it, but it's not. There is pricing strategy, there's negotiation, legal protection, and the correct exposure to get your house in front of the right buyers. And in reality, most people don't lose money because they hired an agent. They lose money because they're trying to do it without one. If you are thinking about selling on your own, at least have a conversation with an agent first, because the goal isn't just to sell your house, it's to walk away with the most money and the least stress and to stay out of court.